The Witcher is one of the most popular series on Netflix. In fact, it's been so successful for the streaming giant that we've already got multiple spin-offs out of it. And after the cliffhanger at the end of Season 2, Geralt and Ciri's fate hangs in the balance as they come face to face with the Wild Hunt. However, it seems like this is only the beginning of a very long saga. First up, The Witcher Season 4 is already being planned out. Season 2 of The Witcher was full of twisting plot points that all converged into one by the end. However, the ending left people with more questions than answers, as we finally got introduced to the White Flame and the Wild Hunt. According to the director of the series, Stephen Surjik, though, the team has already set its sights on Season 4. In an interview with Brigade-Radio-One, he said that The Witcher producers and writers have already mapped out what's in store for Season 4 of the show. Now you might be wondering, has Netflix even renewed The Witcher for a fourth season? And you'd be right to question that, as not only have we gotten no official confirmation from the streaming platform about a potential new season, but also we don't even know when the third season is coming out yet. Well, according to Surjik, he's not really a part of the whole mapping out the process and doesn't even know if he would be there to direct Season 4 if it gets greenlit. But we know that showrunners like to plan ahead of time and have everything in order for their pitch for a renewal. And looking at how successful the series has been over the last few years, it would be pretty bizarre if Netflix doesn't allow them to go ahead with the fourth season. Now, Season 3 is almost done filming. Before The Witcher producers get ahead of themselves, though, they obviously have to finish up and deliver the third season. Thankfully, it looks like everything has been pretty smooth sailing for the production team, and we've already gotten some glimpses of Henry Cavill rocking his Witcher armor on the set. If you've been following the show since its inception, you'd know that the previous season of the show was plagued by production delays. Not only did the world shut down while they were shooting, but Cavill also suffered from a hamstring injury, which also added some time to the already delayed season. However, this time around, things are going at a pretty rapid pace, and it seems like the crew has already entered the final phase of shooting. They've already shot the majority of the show in Slovenia, Croatia, and Italy, and now they're in the UK to finish things off and send the footage over to the editing team. So hopefully we can expect a much quicker turnaround for Season 3, as we're already itching for more Witcher. Next, Witcher director praises Henry Cavill for his professionalism. Of course, Season 4 was not the only thing that was discussed during the Brigade-Radio-One interview, as the director also went into detail about what it's like to work with his actors. Henry Cavill, who plays our protagonist Geralt, was one of the standouts for Surjik. According to him, despite production difficulties throughout the pandemic, the actor continued to work hard and give his all to the team. Not only that, but there was almost no prep time for the Man of Steel actor, as he was always fully locked and loaded and ready to go shoot a scene. And of course, being the sweetheart that he is, Cavill was also super instrumental in bringing the crew together when there were disagreements on set. While we all know that Henry Cavill is a top professional and always gives his all for each of his projects, there's a special reason why he's so dedicated to the Witcher franchise. The 39-year-old has said multiple times in interviews that being a gamer, he's always been a massive fan of the Witcher games, and he adores the world and the characters in the series. So when he got the chance of a lifetime to play one of his favorite fictional characters in Geralt, there was no way he was ever going to pass that opportunity up. And now, even when things don't seem ideal at times, like that time with his leg injury, he's still ready to push through and make it all work. So what to expect from The Witcher Season 4? If you haven't watched Season 2 of The Witcher yet, or aren't familiar with the games, look away because we're going to discuss some spoilers. With that out of the way, let's get right into it. We know that Season 2 ended with Emperor Emir showing up and revealing that Ciri was his daughter. This was obviously a shocking revelation for most newcomers to the franchise, but those who have played the Witcher 3 game already knew that. And with the way that the show is going after the introduction of the Wild Hunt, we can expect the showrunners to take a lot of further inspiration from the game. So we're probably going to see Ciri train with Yennefer at Aretuza, as she's being hunted down by the Nilfgaard, the elves, and pretty much every other entity in existence. However, we should only expect more glimpses of the Wild Hunt for Season 3, and nothing too substantial. Season 4, however, should then kick off the arc in which Ciri is actually trying to run away from the wraiths of Morhaug. And obviously, Geralt will be in pursuit, like always, right behind her, with all his dad's energy. Only this time around, Emir will ask him to retrieve Ciri. Shocked? Well, we were too when it happened in The Witcher 3. However, the showrunners don't have to follow any of the books or the games one-to-one, and could send the show in a totally different direction to make it more interesting. So let's take all of this with a grain of salt. Now, in other news, Ewan McGregor is ready for more Obi-Wan Kenobi action. We're only a month away from what is possibly the most highly anticipated Star Wars TV show, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ever since Ewan McGregor announced at D23 that he'd be returning to play the Jedi Master for the first time since Revenge of the Sith, fans have been eagerly waiting to get their hands on the show. And now that it's a reality, the Obi-Wan actor is ready to give the fans what they want and extend his role beyond the series. Speaking to the Total Film magazine, McGregor said that he'd be totally down to don the Jedi robes again and reprise the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi beyond this first season. According to him, playing the Jedi General was much more fulfilling for him in the show than all the 3 prequel movies combined. He then explained that the writing is so much better this time round, and of course, the technological advancements have also made shooting much more fun. Not only that, but this is also one of the most intriguing periods in Star Wars lore, as the Jedi are essentially non-existent and are being hunted down one by one. So having a darker show set in this time period also brings its own sets of challenges, allowing actors to put much more emotional depth into their scenes. Now, we don't know about you, but we're always down to see more Obi-Wan in Star Wars. Next, Dune prequel series bags Chernobyl director. The Dune franchise has been through its ups and downs over the past few decades, but with the latest iteration from Denis Villeneuve, it seems like we finally have a worthy adaptation of the Frank Herbert novels. In fact, the movie was so successful that we already have a prequel series in the works at HBO Max called Dune: The Sisterhood. The series takes place 10,000 years before the rise of Paul Atreides and follows the Harkonnen sisters and the creation of Bene Gesserit. During the initial announcement, it was revealed that Denis Villeneuve, alongside his current Dune sequel, will also be directing this prequel series. However, plans seem to have changed since, as now, The Sisterhood is set to be given to the former Chernobyl director, Johan Renck, instead. Now, we don't know why HBO Max has made the switch. Perhaps there was a clash of schedules, as Villeneuve isn't exactly free these days. But if we were to pick a replacement, then it really doesn't get better than Johan Renck. Up next, Netflix has canceled another show after just 1 season. Netflix has been having a rough time lately, with the streaming service losing both its market value and subscriber numbers rapidly. And of course, this has resulted in some less popular shows hitting the chopping block. Now, many people have been criticizing the platform for canceling shows for no reason and then spending insane amounts of money on a single show. For instance, it was recently revealed that a single episode of Stranger Things costs $30 million to make. However, it seems like those running Netflix aren't ready to listen to the audience, as they've just canceled Pretty Smart after its first season. Released back in October 2021, the first season of the show finished on a cliffhanger and it garnered pretty decent interest from the fans for the future of these characters. But it seems like Pretty Smart will have to join the legion of other canceled shows regardless, which is super disappointing. That's a wrap for this video. Are you frustrated about Netflix canceling shows for no particular reason? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.